Hello everybody, Wooden Railway Only here, and today I'm here with another layout tour. Now this layout has been highly requested by you guys in the comments, and I'm excited to show it to you guys. So the reason why I didn't do it at the beginning of the season was because I had the whole irony and fire station thing planned out from the beginning. So now that the season is over, let's get into this layout tour. So let's start out at Tidmouth Station. So over here we got Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle. Obviously at the 60th anniversary thing. I put the track here just because it sort of looked nice. It actually does, sort of, in my opinion. Now we got the road behind there. So let's just do the road real quick. So, it goes underneath this toll bridge. I'm sorry there. This rail crossing, I absolutely love this piece, and you'll see why. And which will go over and around to where Trevor is with the apple orchard cars, through to another rail crossing into where Lorry 2 is at the service station, over this deluxe railroad crossing, up and over this giant stacking riser road piece. And it goes down and through these two crossings and through. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And there's Butch, and it goes into the cargo transfer. Now this layout is a little tight, so walking around might be a little hard. But anyways, let's go to where Thomas was again. It goes through the rail crossing, over Henry's Tunnel, down to where Harvey is with the breakdown train, which is ironically off the rails. Sort of a little bit of irony there, a reference to my series title. Alright, so it goes into the Rolfs Castle Bridge, which goes through into where Molly is, pulling the fire brigade at the fire station. Brand new. I got this off of eBay. We'll go over here to the giant collection of boxes. There it is, the box there. So anyways, if you can see in the background of a lot of my videos, there are a ton of boxes here. The mass collection. But anyways, we'll keep going. So there's Molly, obviously, and there's the new old fire truck, which goes through to Great Waterston Station, where Stanley is. If you get this reference, welcome, Stanley. Yeah, comment down below. So anyways, it loops around to the single stone tunnel of the airport. That's what I like to call it. Which goes through to where Percy's pulling the mail underneath the road. What should we call that? The road bridge here. Through the track side of the crossing into Knapford Yards / station. Now this came out really nice in my opinion. I'm very happy with it. So let's start going into the yards. There's Logan, newcomer, and he's pulling Fred and Rickety, and there's Scruffy. And here is the Sodor wash, rarely used in the series other than in tricky engines with Mighty Mac. But anyways, we go through. There is the breakdown train, a nice signal, and another siding. The coal hopper with Stafford underneath it, because he just shunted some coal cars, and there's a water tower. Now this line crosses through to where Philip is into a V-switch, which goes into the station. And this line here is another switch, goes into the siding with the two Rachel Olsen trucks, the siding over here on my bed with the coal cars, and then into another V-switch with the deluxe signal house, something like that, yeah. And back to that switch. So anyways, that is that. We'll keep going through here to where Henry's Tunnel is. So you go through, and there's Murdoch with at the Tidmouth sawmill, the timber yard, that's what it is, with the log car. I really like that log car. And it comes around into the really useful engine shed, special engine shed, useful engine shed. I just had to look at the box there. So it goes up and to this third lane of Henry's Tunnel. Now let's just backtrack real quick. Here at this siding is the barrel loader. Go underneath into the China clay pits. I don't think they were ever seen in the season. So yeah, it was really a nuisance to step over. Oh, I have tripped over that thing thousands of times walking in. But anyways, we go in for here to where Gator is, and we go underneath the Knapford covered bridge to Stray trucks. And they go into a switch here, which will go back to where Duck and the Waterworks cars are. Goes around the viaduct, down to a switch, If you can go through to where the windmill is, back to where Thomas was. Now let's keep going this way. So it goes down through a crossing, up and over this piece from the Pirates Cove Discovery set. Now if I can get some good lighting here, there we go. This is the Arlsberg branch line. I really like how this came out too. Now throughout the season, as you can see, Jack and Alfie are working there. It was still being built. So there's a switch where Skiff is, comes around to where Ryan was, and this line sort of just goes straight through. So the branch line is just a direct line through. Now if you come this way, and there's the Sodor Cookie Factory cars just sitting there, and that line just goes up and around underneath the bridge, which instead of using like a waterway, I used as actual track, and it works just fine. And both the lines just go through the Sudbury Swing Bridge. Now let's keep going to where Henry is. Now Henry's there at a switch, and another one with Rocky. We'll backtrack a little bit to where another switch is with Neil, into this sort of yards area. It's pretty neat. I came in like halfway through the season. But anyways, we'll keep going through to where, over the switch, or sorry, crossing to where Scarloey is with Ada, Jane, and Mabel. New to the collection. Very nice. We'll go down. And here is a really nice, the Rheneas and the roller coaster set. And it just looks fantastic on this layout. So there's Duncan with the exclusive passenger coach, and Daisy with the milk. You know, a little bit of a reference to the classic series. Now this line just comes down and around and through, up and over the Rumblin' Bridge to where Emily is pulling the express, or one of the express trains. As you know, I have 4 express coaches. So there's just Emily there, through the mountain tunnel, over and in to the cement works, where I have a 3rd rail crossing there. So anyways, here at the cement works is, it's sort of confusing in here. Let's keep going straight. So there's Derek with the train with the spiteful brake fan. Here's Cowan, which I decided to put at the cement works. And then here's Fergus, of course, running the cement works. This line here is just a siding that loops around into a stop sign. Now the road over here, we'll do that real quick. There's Monty Cement Works with the Cement Works car. Goes through and under this viaduct area and into Wellsworth. Now anyways, if we keep going, let's follow Derek real quick. Derek's line comes this way. Well, there's a switch, but if we go this way, it goes up and over the foundations, and it'll go down into Brendam Docks, which we'll get into later. Now if we go this way, it goes underneath the lowest level of the mountain tunnel into this quarry area. Now as you may know, this line over here is where Rusty was repairing the line, and that line just connects with over there, the switch with the mountain tunnel, which also connects over here, over and through back to going into Brendam. Now real quick on this line here with Mavis, it goes into the cargo transfer and the Boulder Expansion Hill area. Now real quick, we'll go this way to where Rusty was, and it'll go into the mountain waterfall tunnel, and then into James where he's pulling Hector underneath the tower. Just knocked out Trev. A little tight here, but it goes under the bridge, through the crossing, and we'll go this way, since Hero's line and Gordon's line, my bad, all go to a 3-line switch connector over there. So if we go this way, here's the Deluxe Railroad crossing, then into a stop and go station. We'll go to where switches with Diesel with the smelting cars, and Spencer with his coach. Now, real quick, we'll go this way. So here's the Kronk's smelter yard with Reg, Ari, and Bert. Now if you keep going, there's the it goes underneath the Rumblin' Bridge into a switch. Going back to where Spencer was, this is a giant breathful. Goes into a V switch, into a T switch, going into the sheds. Then here is Rosie with the ice cream factory cars at the ice cream factory. And if we keep going, this goes into where a few tankers are. And this way is where a water tower is, and the special engine shed, or work shed if you want to call it. And this goes over a crossing through to where there's the crossing again from the Augsburg branch line up and over a single stone tunnel from the Edward the Great set. Edward the Great, is that it? Sure. It goes under to where Toby's windmill is, where Neville was just loaded up with some flour. So we'll just backtrack real quick. And it goes through the T-switch to where Edward's talking with Bertie. And this line goes up to the middle line of Henry's tunnel, through the Sodor Bay Bridge, where Bill and Ben are pulling the foghorn cars. And that goes to where the Sodor suspension bridge is, with a long bridge that goes all the way over to a few curves to where Bell is. So here is the Olmsted Castle Station. I really like how this came out. It was new for the year, for this layout at least, and so was the Pirate Cove Discovery set. But anyways, let's get back into it. Bell's line right here goes into sort of a loop line with Connor. Sorry about the bad lighting here. There's a glare coming off the window. And it goes around to where Sir Robert Norby is. And underneath the castle crane. And this line just goes through to the ramp towards the castle. And Samson's underneath. And that line underneath just goes under to whatever that piece is called. I'm not even sure. I'm not a big fan of it, but it does look nice. Into that castle wall curve. Down and around and through the castle crane where Caitlin is. Now, if we go back to where Belle was, it goes up into the clock tower, into Oliver with Toad, and it goes down into the crane with Millie and the castle coaches, and that line just connects in there. And if we go this way, into the 3-in-1 bridge, which goes around up and through Olmsted Mine, into another switch, up into Olmsted Castle. Now this line right here just goes down into Boulder Mountain, which we got into before. So we'll backtrack, well, I've said that quite often. We'll go all the way back to where Neville was. So, this line over here is where the power station is, and another switch into that three-way switch into Knapford. Now we've covered those two lines over there, so I'll follow this one. So this line right here is where the express coaches are, into the rail crossing where the service station is, into the chocolate factory, into that switch connecting Rosie and Duck from the viaduct. So now we'll go over to the third line over here from Toby's windmill, which goes underneath to the pig station, or pig shed, up and over this bumpy track bridge, into the Suttery Swing Bridge, down into a V-switch, which goes into the recycling center / yard. So there's Whiff and Billy and the recycling center. And there's Lori 1 over there, connected to the line where Scarloey was with Ada, Jane, and Mabel. Wow. Now, if we go through that T-switch, here's the water tower with Boulder, and then there's Stepney on the turntable. Stop and go station into a siding, a ramp, and here is a switch coming off the roundabout action turntable, and this way just connects to where Wilbert was, going into Wellsworth. We'll get into that in a little bit. And that line backtracks to where Sam was from the Augsburg branch line. Now if we keep going this way, we'll connect everything up here. So it goes right through to where we connected up from the mountain tunnel and Mavis, and this way from over the foundations and the viaduct into Brandon Docks. Now I really like how this docks turned out. So here we have the 2005 Cranky. There's Salty with 2 cargo cars. The third line on the left is a siding. The middle line just goes through to where Porter is, into a switch, and there's the gantry crane into another switch, and up back into the mountain tunnel. Now these two lines right here is what I essentially call the fishing village, because there's Arthur talking with Bulstrode, and then the custom salt wagons, and then the fishing dock. And this line connects with the V-switch from the Lighthouse Bridge, and it goes underneath these 2 viaducts, same thing with the road, and into this shed area with Madge, Mighty Mac, Peter Sam, Fearless Freddy, and Sir Handel. Goes through back to where Wilbert was. Now where Wilbert was, we go through. Here is Ellsbridge Station with the over the tracks signal. It goes through a crossing to where Fergus was. Now if we go back to Henry and Rocky, there is a switch connects through, also going through Wellsworth, which goes around to the airfield, which they didn't have room to put the actual platform for the airfield, so that's how it's looking right now. And there's Dennis with the goods train, goes through to Tidmouth Halt Station with Trev and Maverick Express Coach. There we go. Back into that V-switch. Now I think I have just about covered everything. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this layout tour. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not sure. I'll try to get an overview of it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. This layout was very nice. I was very pleased with the final result. And I'll be making another one for Season 5 coming up here. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And bye for now.